Appropriate justice or over-the-top aggression? Only News 4 has the video showing an area police officer giving a swift kick to a suspect's head. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Savard.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Police say the arrest followed a chase that was sparked by a carjacking. News 4's Emma Hogue went to work to find out who the officer is and whether he was right or wrong.
Do you have a location?
8 miles, 5 cities, and more than a dozen officers.
Please check my vehicle. Check my vehicle.
This video, obtained by News 4, shows a suspect getting out of a stolen car and on the ground with his hands up. An officer runs into the frame, kicks him in the leg and on his head.
Going after the vehicle.
But what happened before this? Investigators say it started when this guy, Eddie Edwards, carjacked a woman at a Bridgeton Schnucks the night of April 14th. Police say he sped off in the victim's car and picked up Isaiah Foreman, who jumped in the driver's seat and eventually crashed into that St. Anne police car.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
We showed the video to Dave Klinger, a criminology professor and former police officer. He doesn't understand why the officer kicked Foreman after he surrendered.
There could be some exigent circumstance that could explain their behavior, but I would be hard-pressed to think of one.
That dash cam video taken by a Velda City squad car was captured here at Martin Luther King Drive and Ogden Avenue. We know 4 agencies were involved in that pursuit, but it's almost impossible to tell which department this officer is from. So News 4 went down the list, calling agencies that took part in the chase, as well as others involved at some point in the incident. Every agency but Woodson Terrace confirmed it wasn't their officer. We went to Woodson Terrace to show the chief and a sergeant the video in person. They wouldn't comment on camera, and 2 hours after we left, they called saying it's possible this officer works for them. The department is now investigating.
Police officers are trained to stay behind points of cover rather than running up.
Which is why Klinger says the way this incident was handled doesn't add up.
He didn't give the suspect the opportunity to get in a complete surrender posture.
As Woodson Terrace investigates, News 4 has learned that the St. Louis County prosecutor is also reviewing this video.
It should have been handled differently.
In Charlac, Emma Hogue, News 4.
Both suspects are in the St. Louis County Jail. Foreman faces second-degree assault. Edwards is charged with first-degree robbery. News 4 will keep you updated as we learn more in the investigation.